we got a wild one for you this week.
That's right. You want to talk about creative projects?
You want to talk about buying dead people's clothes?
You want to talk about boiling crab legs?
You want to open your mouth
wide?
John Mark
is on the show today to talk about his brand new show, Offshoot.
Boo-boo. Kill yourself.
No.
Share, listen.
Share and listen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213
Hey.
536
you know it.
91 80. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you slaps used to be little you not so you dirty little welcome to Sloppy Second Big Dipper Meatball and Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
Monster Inc.
I'm sorry?
Mike Wazowski.
Sure. I don't remember that movie. I'm too young.
No, it came out when
I'm
you
too
were
old.
Tell us about your look.
My look is I have a kitten and I had a lot going on this morning. I'm not making excuses. I didn't want to get in drag. And this is the first episode where I have not had anything on my face.
Glasses and a beard, wig, and a smile.
Yeah. So here we go.
I'm so excited about today.
I am too. I love our guests.
Me too. Why don't you introduce them?
Please welcome to the stage a 360 artist, a producer, an all-around cool dude. He is truly a content factory. Please welcome to the stage. Wait, a producer? We didn't put director.
Director, writer, the 360 artist.
An actor?
Artist, choreographer, model.
Dance?
Model?
It's John Mark! Ow, bow, 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 bow.
Hi.
No, we're not doing that. Don't do that. I'll leave.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Did you know that Meatball created the most prolific nightlife event in the history of nightlife called Fat Slut?
I have heard.
Oh, yeah, you never go out. But he comes to Fat Slut sometimes.
Fat Slut is the only homosexual event that I go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
And to be completely honest, Tammy Brown was the best judge that we've ever had. She just plopped down on a stool and was like, the cake. She got so into it. It was so fun.
I like when she does
Yeah, she did that in P-Town for me. But enough about Tamra.
How are you?
Classic. I'm good.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You look cute.
You look really good. I'm upset. Now, why don't we just repeat the question? Where'd you get that jacket?
So Joan Collins had Joan College had a gay manager who died. And I went to his estate sale because I guess his next of kin wanted nothing to do with the contents of his house. Maybe he didn't have a next of kin. I don't know. And I cleared that closet out. And that's where I've been shopping lately, mostly is estate sales. But it's funny because I feel like I am wearing dead people's clothes all the time.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Do you ever feel haunted? Do you ever feel like, oh, someone's right behind me?
No, I think it's kind of nice. I mean, you think about something impersonal, like a fast fashion type thing, and this is something that's,
seen, been worn and seen a lot. Been in rooms. I mean, rooms with Joan Collins.
Yeah.
What does it smell like when you wear it, or did you wash it?
I washed it. If I go to an estate sale and it's not smelling, I'm not gonna take it off the rack. But he was very. These are nice estate sales.
Yeah.
I mean, the house has at least 3 bedrooms usually, and
I wonder if they notate if the person was fat, because I was thinking about hold on.
What?
I was thinking about thrifting recently, and I was like, oh, but nothing will be big.
I know that's kind of the worst part.
You go in the closet, immediately, was there a man or a woman in this house?
Yeah.
What size were they? I do think
they should note it on the
Quit
thing.
looking them up and down like that.
On the estate.
Yeah, is it a big person or not?
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out. It's a 3XL is my size.
There was a 3XL estate sale I went to just this last weekend.
Gag.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can text you.
Yeah,
let me know.
Yeah.
You know who you should ask? Tony Medina.
Oh, because
he always has the
shooby
best
dooby
vintage stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, dead people. Do you see them a lot?
No, I don't see them.
Just
I
in your
just
dreams.
wear their
Hey,
things.
hey,
Hey,
you make a lot of content.
I do.
What drives you?
Shellfish.
You eat a lot of
The
shrimp?
color blue.
oh wait, are you
No.
into shrimp?
I am into snow crab legs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
like
buying
my
them in bulk,
ideal.
or are you just getting them
No.
out at the restaurants?
The Cajun boiling, where they cook it in a plastic bag, shebang medium, garlic butter, 2 corn and a potato, 2 pounds of snow crab legs. That
You don't
is
get the
how I get
mix. You
down.
just do the snow crab.
I literally thought about getting a snow crab tattoo last week. I actually Googled the illustrations just to explore the
Okay,
concept.
so you're like me with shrimp. But my issue with those bag places is that when you ask for multiple things, one, it is always $120 by the time you leave. And two, the shrimp is always rubbery and overcooked because they just cook it all in one bag. And then they
Well,
drop it off.
maybe what we're hearing is Sasha Bell cracked the code.
You
Is
gotta
you
get just the snow crab.
just the snow crab, just the shrimp, just the whatever, because then they'll only cook it to the one temperature.
Are you getting it peeled?
I peel the shrimp because it's cheaper to get the shell on shrimp.
Yeah, the shell on should like protects it from overcooking to some degree. It's better than like Red Lobster where it's all peeled and it's like just like
Oh, it comes out hard.
complete rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen those? They're not really rubber, but like those rubber avocados that are making the rounds.
Yeah.
No.
And the rubber watermelons. People are saying that food is fake, but I think it's just not right.
Mm.
You know conspiracy theories?
Yes, I do.
What shape is the earth?
It's round.
Okay.
I fully believe that it's round.
Same.
Good.
Yeah.
The round.
Yeah.
So, why? Like, when did you know you were a creative person and you need to make things? Because you have. We'll get into it over the course of this podcast, but you have quite a lengthy resume of tons and tons of creative projects that you've worked on your whole life, and you're just kind of nonstop. You just like are always making stuff. When did you like realize, oh, I have to create things?
I had parents who like fostered creativity in me. They were very like I grew up pretty conservative and we didn't have like cable TV or video games and I was an only child for the first 10 years and my parents had
Your dream.
this book that was like 100 creative activities to do with your child.
Whoa.
But they wouldn't do it with me. I would just do it by myself. So I would just read the book and be like, this is what I want to do today. And sometimes be like, Mom, I need a scissor. And she'd be like, okay. But yeah, I was always pretty creative. I did like theater.
Yeah.
Radical for a gay person, right?
Absolutely.
Heard of it?
Theater, musical theater.
What was your favorite like high school role that you had?
I was in a Holocaust play called Jack and Rochelle, A Holocaust Story of Love and Resistance. And that was really cool. It was like a local community production.
I too was in a Holocaust play.
Yeah.
It was called The Diary of Anne Frank. Maybe you've heard of it.
I have heard of it. Yeah.
I was Mr. Dussel.
Yes,
The
Mr.
lead
Dussel.
role.
Mark it off your bingo card.
Put it on
folks
the
at
bingo
home.
card, Mr. Dussel.
Mr. Dussel. Yes. Yeah, I did that. Middle school was really my most prolific roles. I was like
Oh.
Oliver and Oliver. And then 7th grade, my career took like a downward spiral.
Career!
Yeah.
No, I know that vibe. Like if you go to like a school, if you go to a school with like a robust theater program,
Yeah.
it feels like career.
Also, like child acting is not like
Acting.
it's not a skill of acting. It's a skill of like what child matures the quickest and can like hold a conversation with an adult
Yes.
the quickest.
And then like remember to do the
Who
things that
learns
they're
the
told.
lines?
Yeah.
Who can we trust that won't like freeze
The
up?
note session is like you aced the blocking. You came in on time.
Right.
It's not like you weren't dropped in that moment.
Right.
And blocking back then was like the teacher being like, go here now, walk left.
And what's blocking
Go
like now?
Well, you organically get into it and then they tell you what to do later.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what they do on TV. I don't know about the stage anymore. I don't do that.
And your last TV gig was?
2 years ago. Wait, no, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, 2023. It was a year ago.
Okay.
More on the horizon.
Sure.
Yes. Back on that Disney lot soon enough.
I hope so.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Okay, so
We should
and
make a
then
TV
you
show.
became a model, a dancer, choreographer.
I started my undergrad in dance, and I signed to a modeling agency in Minneapolis.
Ah, yes. The city of
And
models.
the city of
How
models.
dare you? Why are you rolling your eyes?
I wasn't rolling my eyes. I was just like, I didn't know any of this about you.
Yeah, I booked a Target commercial out of Minneapolis, which was
Oh,
cool.
Wait, did you
Icon.
go, that's my line?
No.
Ah! No?
Wicked
Yes.
reference.
Cynthia Rivas.
It's
Target
in a
Cynthia
Target
Rivas.
commercial right
This was in like 2008.
You don't have TV anymore, do you?
I do.
Okay.
She watches
I love
digital
TV.
media.
I do watch digital media between shellfish experiences. But so I started my undergrad in dance, and then I signed, and my agent was like, "You're like a fashion boy. There's no work for you in this city. Like you should move to New York, and then maybe we'll place you internationally." So I moved to New York in the middle of my undergrad, and then I was back and forth from New York and Shanghai as a model for about a year and a half. And then I went back and finished my undergrad in dance in like a semester. I just like beasted it.
Just a lot of 5, 6, 7, 8s.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, here's my tap solo. Here's my contemporary solo.
It was a cool dance program. It was like very academic. It was actually a lot of writing, which was a benefit because
Oh.
that helped a lot. It was very
That
Yeah.
common thing in dance.
Right.
Writing.
Writing. Right.
Well, it was like it was a liberal arts college, and
Oh, okay.
there was a lot of like you had to take anatomy and physiology and theorizing
Oh.
dancing
Alexander
bodies.
technique.
Yeah, Alexander technique, Horton technique. We had a
Uh-huh.
Horton teacher.
Yeah, he hears a who.
He's that.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
I don't
wait,
know.
what was modeling like in Shanghai? You were young too.
Were you
was
storming the
young.
runway?
Wait, but did you travel a lot as a child, or were you just like did you get to do international travel, or was that your first time like leaving the country? Was to be a model?
I had been to Mexico a couple times.
That's not international. That's just south.
No, yeah,
It
I
is.
hadn't traveled a ton. I'd been to New York with my mom. Took me to New York a couple times
global
in high
city.
school. A
Mm.
global city. But I don't know. I always just felt very comfortable traveling and leaving home. And
Did you do runway shows? Or was
I
it all
did.
like photo shoots?
I did a Shanghai Fashion Week.
Ooh.
But this was like a year and a half of my life, like over 10 years ago.
Yeah,
this
but
is
that's
like a little
interesting.
blip, but it was
But
fun.
it helps weave the
The
fabric.
lore.
The lore
The
of John
lore.
Mark.
Oh my god.
Let's take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about your brand new show.
Yes.
Okay. Be right
Black.
back.
This episode is brought to you by Helix.
Now, we have both had our Helix mattress for a long time, and I gotta tell you, I'm just obsessed with it. Like, I'm excited to get a new mattress when I need to, because this experience of getting a proper mattress and not just inheriting whichever mattress was in the apartment I started to sublet was so positive. I'm like, oh, I'm excited to shop for another new mattress, but I've had this for years and it is still in amazing condition and I love sleeping on it.
Yeah, it's so comfortable for me, and I always feel like I get a better night's rest when I sleep in my bed at home than I do when I'm like traveling or doing anything. I just get so excited to go back home to sleep in my bed. And lately, I've been really taking to the bed. Now that it's these cold winter months, I like to have a little soup in bed.
Oh, it's the Snuggle Fest 5000.
I know, and my cats have been joining me in bed, all just hanging out.
And we all sleep differently, so you might be wondering, how will you know which Helix mattress works best for you and your body? Well, what do they
the
gotta
Helix-
do?
They gotta take that Helix sleep quiz and find the perfect mattress in under 2 minutes.
And then your personalized mattress gets shipped straight to your door free of charge.
Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night sleep trial to try out your new Helix mattress.
And if you don't love your Helix, they'll pick it up for you and give you a full refund.
Helix has a special offer during the month of November.
If you go to helixsleep.com/sloppy, you get 25% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase.
They'll even give you a free bedding bundle, including 2 dream pillows, a sheet set, and mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order.
Find the mattress made for you.
Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy today.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy.
And we're back. So you have a new show on OutTV.
I do.
It's called Offshoot.
Offshoot. Yes.
And you are what? The writer, director, producer,
I produced,
executive producer?
produced and directed it, and I wrote 4 out of the 6 episodes.
Incredible.
And then
That's
Corey
insane.
Nixon and Nadia Ginsburg each wrote an episode as well. And also just like
Cool.
supported me in conversation about
Yeah.
like the characters and the arc of the season as a whole.
And you have, I know we've sort of said it before, and maybe we'll get into like listing off your resume. You have made a ton of content out there that our audience has seen, whether they know it connected to you or not. Stuff on YouTube, tons of stuff on OutTV, stuff on people's social media, like tons of work with the drag queens and with queer people. Why did you want to make this show that is less like drag race trickle down, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Focused?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't star Ginger Minch.
Yeah. I think for me, like I came into this industry as a director with no nepotism or a whole lot of connections. So when I was starting out, I was like, well, if I work with a drag queen from Drag Race, like maybe that'll help amplify my work and get it out there.
Right.
Mhm.
And so I'm grateful because drag and that community has continued to amplify my work and kept me busy. And it's also so special to work in the community. But with that
The
said,
community.
the community.
I love the community.
But with that said, I've always wanted a show that felt a little bit more mine, where I had the autonomy to create my own stories without consideration for like the brand of a Tammy or a Kelly or a Trixie or a Katya or a Sherry Vine. So that's what this show is. It kind of compounds like the trauma of working in entertainment over the past 15 years. And it's
Don't look at me when you say trauma.
well,
Sure.
the look is looking.
And so
Shut up.
the conceit of the show is about a gay photographer
Yes.
and all of the different wild clients that he encounters
Yes.
and his like work and life balance. Also his balance of like taking the money for the gigs that don't fuel your soul, and then also what fuels your soul.
And dealing with poly people. I hate
Yeah.
poly people.
There is like a chaotic poly episode. There's like a episode about Alaska Thunderfuck's rider needs.
Yeah.
There's an episode with like a drug addicted action movie star. And yeah, it is the overarching theme is about balancing art and commerce. You know,
Just something we all have to do.
We all have to do it.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to do stuff you hate. Sometimes you got to show up on time to stuff you don't want to go to.
It's true.
And then sometimes you get to do amazing stuff that you love.
Yeah. And then it normally doesn't pay you. The stuff that
Yeah.
you love never pays you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think like those people who like, you know, those like smash hit TV shows that happen every once in a while, or like even like the press tour that's happening right now with Cynthia and Ariana, and they're just like so excited about it. It's like it is such a like a unique scenario to be like, I love the material, I enjoyed working on it, it fueled my soul, and I make millions of dollars doing it. Like all those actors on Abbott Elementary make tons of money now because the show's a smash hit,
Yeah.
and they love doing it. They're like, this is crazy. It's a dream come true.
That is the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, queer media is an underdog, and
It really
I think
is.
it will be for a while. But I know we all feel a lot of gratitude every time we're able to be on set together, and even just to be able to like create something in this current economy, in this disappearance of the middle class.
Speak on it.
Speak on it.
It's special.
Yeah. And what's, it's so interesting right now. We've been talking about a lot of people who we know who have like sort of been in the mainstream industry are everywhere they look, it's sort of fading away or disappearing. And they're like, how do you guys run that media company over there? How do you, what are you doing
They
over
start
there?
knocking on the door being like, well, I'd love to have a podcast.
And we're like, wait, no, we have been doing this to try to build up that way. And now you're coming down this way.
Coming down here.
Well, I don't know.
Hang out in the gutter with us.
No, when it comes to scale, it definitely is that. Not necessarily like quality.
Yeah.
It's dystopian out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about moving to the woods. I still feel purpose driven to, follow my dreams and whatnot. But
But you know what? I see that for you.
Yeah.
Dancing and writing in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah. Doing all that dance writing in the woods.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's was like a prolific costume designer for television, and now she makes roadside cacio e pepe out of a giant cheese wheel in the woods.
First of all,
That's honestly
what road?
sounds
'Cause
delicious.
I'm
How do we go? Should we go after this?
Incredible, yeah. And it's like a
Cacio e pepe.
beautiful.
I mean, there was a
Northern
point during
California.
the pandemic when I was like, I could just buy a van and like live in a van and just drive around and do drag gigs, but like live in a van.
I need a restroom.
You
I
could
would
get
need a
one in there.
restroom. In the van?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a compostable one, but it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could U2 it. Was it U2?
Mhm.
Who was it? U2? Who was it that emptied out a bunch of
Matthews.
Dave Matthews Band?
You literally never remember the detail.
Never. But I could in it, dump it on the road.
People live all kinds of lifestyles these days. It's
People
true.
do. They really do.
They really do.
Okay, so to pitch your show to our folks at home, if you have liked skits that Trixie and Katya have done, if you watched Meet the Browns, another creative gem
It's
of
just
yours.
called The Browns.
Sorry, Meet the Browns
No,
is
it's
on.
Tammy's fault. She called it Meet the Browns on like 5 different podcasts, and now everyone thinks it's called Meet the Browns.
Sorry.
It's just called The
The
Browns.
Browns. If you
Yeah.
liked the Browns, if you like stuff on the PEG YouTube channel,
Yeah, you do all those.
The list goes on.
If you like Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Comeback,
Uh-huh.
those
Yes.
are major for me. Those are foundational.
God, that comeback is so
comeback
good.
is
oh,
so
it's so freaking
good.
good. Yeah.
Curb was really. I didn't like the last 2 seasons of Curb.
I didn't even watch the last season, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not good.
But it's a
He's really
reference,
lost his
yeah.
touch. But
I have a hard time with pride-fueled conflict.
Mm.
Like the only reason you
Gay
won't
fuel.
pass me that Red Bull is because of your pride. I'm like,
Mm.
I can't watch 25 minutes of TV about that.
I am a little tired of. There's a lot of shows where like an older white guy just like can't figure it out. Like that's kind of annoying too. That's like a whole genre.
Well, we all have to deal with that with our dads.
Wow.
yeah, every day. Cut your ponytail, Charles. What are you doing out there? There isn't like a lot of like actual gay TV. Like right now, all I can think of is The English Teacher,
Mm.
and that's pretty funny. But I think there's only
and
8
brand,
episodes.
and brand new.
He keeps promoting it, and I keep going to Hulu, being like, "Where's the rest of it?"
No,
'Cause it's
it was
8
an
episodes.
8-episode order.
Oh.
That was it. Unless there's more that's coming, but there haven't been new episodes for a month.
There's not a lot of queer TV that isn't like.
Yeah, or like
yes, yes.
There's a lot of slutty stuff, which is
Conservative.
great, but like. And it's not that Offshoot is not like a conservative show, but it is. It's a workplace comedy.
yes,
Right.
Yeah.
and they just happen to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like one gay scene.
and you're in it.
No, I'm not in the show. I don't act.
You did in
Well,
the Browns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was like a.
Have
like
you ever
a
met
fluke.
the Browns?
I have.
What do you
seen
mean
the
that was a
Browns.
fluke? She just
Well,
decided that day she wanted a son, and you happened to be there.
No, well, because it started as like sketches for her Instagram in her living room
Mhm.
before we
Iconic.
sold it as a show. And then I was just kind of like grandfathered into the ensemble when it became fleshed out for the half-hour episode. So I actually did not move to LA with any ambitions to act.
Yeah, but you do everything.
You can do it all. Dance,
You
write,
came.
act.
You came here as a costumer, did you not?
yeah, well, that was the first thing that gave me stability in this city. Was I was a union,
The shock.
a union costume, set costumer. Because I had moved here again with like very little connections, and I had like directed some music videos, but I was like just throwing at the wall. I was like lying to everyone. I was like, yeah, I do art department. Yeah, I do costumes. Like, yeah, I'll do. So
Well, and how we met, you were running your magazine.
it wasn't my magazine, but I
Oh.
was like a features editor. It was like the era of like digital magazines.
John Mark.
I was
I
also
feel like I don't know you.
I was also a high school teacher.
I have to go. I have to leave.
It's just like a long like I feel like I fell down like a long like identity crisis career set of stairs.
What were you teaching? Theater?
I was
History.
teaching history electives and dance electives.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they never got up on that stage to dance. You just had them writing.
No.
Look,
No,
this
I had
is
a
when
moving.
we
I
met.
had a moving.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cute?
You were both so thin. And now look,
That-
you're still thin.
Look at our skin. Our porcelain.
Well, it's a beautiful photograph.
It is. That's by Brian Whiteley, who
Brian
is-
Whiteley.
has gone on to become a prolific New York City photographer.
And I still sometimes use some of those photos for my booking photos. I know I look young, but I don't look that much different.
it's the like Terry Richardson flash that gives
Yeah.
you the,
Yeah,
the love. Rest in
sure.
peace.
How many years ago was that?
That was like what?
12 years ago?
2013.
11 years ago?
Now, I have some questions about Tammy Brown. Do you mind?
No.
Since
go
you're
ahead.
probably the only person that's worked with her as much as.
We are very close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you believe that she has killed someone? She has stumbled upon multiple dead bodies.
You're
I
so
don't think that is
crazy.
something that happens to a normal person.
Anytime when it comes to the dead body story, she is very mum about it. It is like a piece. It is a
Mummified.
story
It's-
that we will never know. We will never get a straight answer.
But do you believe that she has killed somebody?
I think it's possible.
I do too.
I don't think recently though.
No,
Yeah.
years ago. Years
Yeah,
ago.
years
Statute
ago.
of limitations.
Years
It's
ago,
up,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's definitely killed someone.
Yeah.
You are crazy.
She's capable of
She's capable of
incredible
many
things.
I saw her flying on a broom once. She's a witch.
She- Did you know that
Just across
she used to sell gum on the beach in Mexico as a child?
Did she,
In what way? Like
Did
by the
you-
piece or like
To
a
what
pack?
end?
It was like
To what end?
one of those trays.
Oh,
Where
okay.
they have like the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sandwich boards that are outside of clubs and stuff. Yeah,
How interesting.
yeah.
The story I always hear about Tammy is that she used to hand draw club and brunch flyers, individual ones.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
And pass them out to people
I believe it.
for like clubs in Long Beach.
She used to teach traffic school too. There's a lot of lore. Listen, the documentary's coming.
Does she drive?
No.
Not anymore.
She used to teach
She
driving
used to.
school. That's incredible. Wow.
amazing,
wow.
yeah.
She's next
She's
level.
an
What was it
icon.
like working with her? Because how do you contain so much genius? You know what I mean?
Tammy can play Tammy. I mean, I think if you want the excellence that is Tammy Brown, you have to tailor the world and the role to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I bet if you like put her in that room and you've tailored the world, she'll just.
Yeah.
I would like to credit you. Get ready.
Oh my god.
Well, let me say what for, because you might fight me on it. I think because of you and the work you did with Tammy and Kelly, you were the reason that Kelly got
Oh yeah.
that big world traveling gig
Oh yeah.
Oh,
with Tricks and Katya.
undoubtedly.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Just
This has
making
been
sure.
acknowledged by.
Okay. Just
by-
making
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you were really like, no, Kelly, let's get to work. Let's do something over here.
Yeah. Well, what happened was that we had Katya in the finale of the Brown season 2.
Right.
With the
and then-
greatest action scene ever filmed.
Yes. I love the action. I love action. I love working with stunt guys. It's like my favorite thing in the world.
Because you did that opening video for their world.
Yes,
Tricks
I
and
did
Katya, which
the
has a lot
tour
of action to it,
visuals.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was really fun too. To like, that was honestly probably one of my favorite projects
We
in,
saw
in my
that.
life.
We
Yeah,
went and saw that at like YouTube Stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
With the little girl in the balloon, that thing is so
Yeah.
funny. And then all the flips with Katya.
well, that's a boy, but it's okay.
Wow, gender's a construct.
Well,
Let me call her a girl.
I took a cooking class.
you know what I mean?
Ah!
You took a
I took a cooking class last week, and the teacher kept
Last week?
using like
Jesus
they
Christ.
they them pronouns with me, and
Uh-huh.
I was livid.
Oh, because you're he, him all the way.
I'm he, him all the way.
Meatball, they, them's everybody.
It's easy.
It is a safe
It's a
bet.
safe
I
bet
do
when
it
you
sometimes
first-
Talking
too.
to your mic. You host a podcast?
It's a safe bet when you first meet somebody and then you wait for them to correct you.
Yeah.
I think because I'd rather them correct me than absolutely misgender.
But that's
someone.
also a weird correct. I'm not going to in the cooking class be like, no, he, him. When she just like one time uses like they.
But I do think, right. I think that's right, like one time. But I do think she, her, and he, him folks should be just as empowered to say, no, please use he, him.
Yeah, I agree with them.
All drag is valid.
Sure. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's it like over at the PEG?
Oh, it's great.
So many queens are over there, in and out all the time.
Yeah.
I forget about that because
Yeah.
I'm like that here. Like, we'll just be hanging out or have a meeting or whatever. And then you're like, oh, other people don't experience, like, in a building where, like, people have desks and computers and things. A dozen world famous drag queens will come in
Oh,
throughout
yeah.
the week.
Yeah, we'll be here and they'll be like, oh, Delta's in the other room with blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I'll say hi.
Over with Scarlett Bobo looks her no.
Yeah, huh.
We have new interns every semester. It's always so fun to watch them like realize
They're
you
like,
know,
Manila?
Gag
yeah,
over it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No
really
one
cute.
gets excited for Manila.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare
I
you?
love Manila. That is
Sure,
a
okay.
consummate professional.
Oh, the
Yeah,
doll will
absolutely.
work. The
She
doll
works.
will work.
She is a professional.
Also, your intern program is like really linked to my college.
You went to Ithaca?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got a
And
lot of
when
Ithaca
we were doing
kids.
Dr. Jackie, 4 of the interns were from Ithaca. And I was like,
Yeah.
how'd that happen?
Yeah, because they get college credit. It's like it's not just like a weird, which is nice because I feel like we're past the era of just like a random internship where you work for free.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Very Condé Nast.
hate
yeah,
that.
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. So it's great because the kids get college credit and it's a fun environment to work in. I always thought that I was going to be like the token gay guy at like an ad agency or a production company. So it's
Right.
been really wonderful to be in that.
Just
in that
another
space.
in a room full
Just
of.
Yeah.
Although when we were shooting that thing, wasn't everyone else like everyone on the crew was straight, weren't they?
I do. I have got a couple like straight guy friends that are ringers for me on the crew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I kept saying some crazy, and they were like, I've never heard of this before.
they're
You were like, to the elbow.
At this point, yeah,
At this point, they've heard it all.
they've heard it all.
Oh yeah, I was in there after Selena has titties. They've heard it all.
Yeah. But the cinematographer I work with the most, TJ Schwingle, he's from Minnesota,
Go
and we've been
off.
working together since like 2015, and he's
I love-
ally.
I love relationships like that. Those like
Yeah.
long-standing ones that you
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
tap
Do you have
into.
any left, or did you burn
Well,
all those
we've known
bridges?
each other
We've known
for
each
a
other a
long
long
You only
time.
worked together
We've worked
12 years ago on a
Peripherally.
photo shoot.
we've worked parallel.
Yeah,
no,
you're-
because we do very similar things.
Yeah.
So when we're working on projects, they'll bounce against each other, and I'm like, hey, do you have this information?
Yes.
But
We
we've-
worked together in Dr. Jackie.
Yes, you were my boss.
Ish.
Hard slay.
I believe in the servant leadership model.
Me too. I love when I get to say someone works for me.
Why
not
don't you
with
tell
me.
everybody the new job position that's open in your world?
I need an assistant. Everybody.
To specifically,
To specifically answer my emails.
no, read them.
Read them and give me a gist. And then
That's
delete all
it.
the old. All
You
the
know
old
who
ones.
will do that?
Because I currently,
AI.
right now, hold on, how many unread emails do I have? Sorry, we're getting there. 31,630 unread emails.
Number is 31,000.
I have that too, but it's because they're spam and I don't. You
Well,
know.
but here's the problem is if it's someone's name, I just assume it's spam. And oftentimes when it's someone's name, it's a job.
You don't feel like the urgency to look at these emails,
Not a once.
even though the there's money in them.
No.
Oh my God, what a luxury! You must be doing well for
Yeah,
yourself
she's
right now.
rich.
You make more money than I do. You're rich.
Are you rich?
She's rich.
She's
She's
rich. She's
She's
the
rich.
rich
You're
one.
rich.
She's
You're
ri-
rich.
she's
Look
rich.
at me. I'm not rich.
Meatball's rich.
No,
Yes,
look at me
Meatball's
on my
rich.
look at my tablet. It's not even real. It's a TJD. That's not even a real thing. I'm not rich.
That's my tablet, and that's why it's a piece.
Cause you're rich.
No.
Oh,
Imagine missing money in the inbox. You're
I
wild
couldn't.
for that.
I respond to scams. They're like, we'll pay you
See,
$3,000.
and that's what I'm afraid of.
We'll pay
I
you.
one time got scammed out of $700.
Oh,
How? I would love to hear how that played out.
me too.
Well, they said,
They're like, if you buy, could you
No.
buy some Apple
no,
gift
they said I
cards?
owed them money. And I was like, oh, like on a medical bill. And I was like, oh, well, like send me the stuff. And it looked legit. And then after I sent them the money, I was like, wait, that wasn't the name of the hospital I was at. And by that point, they were in my account and took out $700 and I had to cancel my credit card.
What are the economics of fat slut? Do you get like a cut of the bar?
I'm not getting into this.
I would
It's-
love to know.
The econ is good because she's rich.
You're rich.
No, I'm not.
You bought your car in cash.
I walked in with cash, thinking that's how you buy a car in cash, and they looked at me like I was insane.
They were like,
they
we
were like,
don't
why?
have a
Reg.
cash
They were literally
register.
like, we don't have that. And I went, oh, what do I do? And they were like, go put that in the bank.
They're like, ma'am, that's illegal.
I didn't know, but I also kind of didn't. I wanted to buy it under the table.
You can't buy a car. Well, I guess
You could.
Someplace you could.
All I'd have to do is be like, give me the title,
Yeah.
which was the goal.
What kind of car was it?
What kind of car do you drive?
A Hyundai Elantra.
Great. Mine's a Hyundai Elantra too.
Nope.
That's a lie, isn't it?
It's an Ioniq. It's an
I
electric
don't know what that is.
car.
I don't know cars.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I'm
drove
pretty
a
sure it's an
minivan.
Elantra. It's just a small, humble car for people that drink vodka. John Mark, you're rich.
I'm
Look at you
not. I'm
wearing
not.
a rich dead man's
This is a
clothes.
state sale clothes from a dead
And I would buy
person.
estate sale clothes if I was skinny enough to fit into them.
$5,
So now you made me feel bad about being
$10.
fat. So you're
Old
fat
people
phobic
are
as
generally
well?
fat. Most of these estate sales are double XL to
So
triple XL.
he is calling you fat, but giving you a resource that we can go.
Send me the good ones because
Yeah.
all the estate sales that have been in my neighborhood are.
No, you have to drive to the rich parts of town.
We should just
You
we
don't
should
think my
just go
part of
together
town is
sometime.
alright?
No, there's good ones in the valley. It's all like you go look south of the 101
Yeah.
along the hills, but the whole stretch of hills from, Toluca Lake all the way to Calabasas.
But
if you
those are
just
the
go-
you're talking. Oh, I've been to one in Calabasas, and you had to get there at 7 a.m. to get in line.
You act like you're not up at 6 a.m. texting me.
I say go on the last day because that's when they're just trying to get rid of.
Ooh.
They're
And
just like,
they're
take
like,
it, take
listen,
it,
no
take
one
it.
is gonna take this yellow
$1,
sweater.
$2, And it's honestly, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you go to ones, it's like everything's overpriced, it's really bougie. Sometimes you go to ones, they just took the body out of the house. Their like grocery list is handwritten in shaky handwriting on the fridge. It's very dark vibes. But that's the fun part about it is you never know which one it's gonna be.
This is the thing that you've lit up the most about.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm down because I don't really love thrift shopping
No,
here
thrift shopping
because it's like
sucks in
kind
LA.
of gross
It's
now.
over.
Yeah,
Over.
you know where the best is, and
Where?
you would love it. Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, I believe it.
That's
believe
some of the nicest stuff I've ever seen. I literally will drive out there in my car, my Hyundai Elantra, just so that I could fill it up with stuff and drive it back because I buy so much stuff when I'm out there. I bought a bar last time, a whole building. It's called This and That or what? What? This is it? No, I bought like a standing bar.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich.
It's better everywhere outside of LA and New York. It's picked over because everyone here's a Depop
Pull
entrepreneur.
that
Put your
mic.
mouth
Oh,
up
sorry.
on that.
You can
every-
just pull the mic back. You can
my
sit,
hand.
you can sit how you were sitting.
Um,
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I was just in New York and I tried to go thrift shopping and it was so overpriced. But I did find a really cute leather jacket and I almost got it, but it was $600 for a used leather jacket.
No, that's too much.
But I did almost buy a John Varvatos button-down leather that was $300.
John Varvatos.
Yeah.
Varvatos? What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not gonna claim to know, but it sounded funny.
All right,
Yeah.
we are gonna be right back.
Is there
after
poop
this.
on these?
Ew.
We're gonna be right back after this break.
You didn't say yes or no.
Maybe just a little bit.
And we're back. That
Now-
one's pretty good.
When this comes out, the Wicked movie will be out. But
Will you have
are you
seen it?
excited to see it?
I am. I love spectacle.
I have heard that this film is fantastic from a lot of people who have seen it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I am too.
Yeah, I know you are.
That's all I'm thinking about.
You've been doing that vocal run for years.
5 of them to be exact.
Regularly. Yeah.
Well, I do it at the party. I make everyone do it with me. Were you a singer too? Oh yeah, musical theater.
Yeah, I can sing. I've
Yeah, I
decent
can
pitch,
sing.
decent
I can do
pitch,
it.
horrible tone. No one wants to hear me sing, but I can hit the notes pretty well.
Oh, see, she's the other way. Everyone wants her to sing and they want to listen, but she sounds like trash.
But the pitch is trash.
Sure.
Well, I don't. I'm just going off. of what-
I'm pitchy. I'm usually flat.
But everyone wants to hear it.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, you would be good if you." I have a friend who's a singer, and he was like, "No, you could, but you like are bad at singing. Like you can't do it."
If I was a little girl, I'd be like a hyper pop artist. I'd be like Rebecca Black now.
Mm-hmm.
Serving cunt.
Yeah.
God,
something
that
like
new music video is crazy.
It's so good.
She's
Except
cool.
for I hate those boots. I hate when people are in a furry boot.
Yeah.
Let's not do that anymore. And I don't like Beyonce when she wears like the sequin boots. Let's not do that.
Okay, why don't you let her know? You want to text her?
I met Beyonce once.
I sat on her toilet, but she was not home.
Yours is better.
Yep. And it wasn't even at an estate sale.
No.
It was in the house.
You were in the house.
Yeah.
What were you directing?
Nothing. I was just there for like a book signing for the person that bought the house that she was renting when she was hiding out Prego with Blue Ivy in Long Island.
deep.
Deep,
Yeah.
deep.
That's
deep.
that Illuminati right there.
Wow.
Yeah. How many closets were filled with pig's blood? I'm just kidding.
Did you see what did Lil Nas say to Azalea Banks?
Oh yeah, because she she used to kill chickens in her
Yeah, in the closet.
In the closet, and
Yeah.
then she has that famous video of her power washing inside the closet to clean out the blood.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Santeria.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like that
that.
she's committed to it. You know what I mean?
The blood of the innocent